Have you ever wondered why your blood sugar never seems to come down, even though you've cut out desserts, skipped the sodas, and started eating what everyone calls healthy carbs? You watch your plate carefully, you try to do the right thing, but every blood test brings that same crushing news: high A1C. It's frustrating. It's exhausting. And for many people over 60, it feels like your body is betraying you. But what if I told you that 3 of the so-called healthy carbs you've been told to eat could actually be the very reason your blood sugar is stuck in the danger zone? These foods sit quietly on your plate, wearing a halo of health, but inside, they're quietly keeping you diabetic. The truth is, once you pass 60, your body doesn't process sugar the same way it used to. Your pancreas becomes slower, your cells resist insulin more strongly, and your muscle mass, which is your biggest sugar sponge, shrinks by about 1% every year after age 50. That means the same foods you ate 10 years ago now cause a bigger blood sugar spike, even if the label says heart healthy or low fat. A 2021 study from the Journal of Gerontology found that seniors can experience up to twice the blood sugar surge from the same carbohydrate compared to someone in their 30s. So, it's not you failing, it's the food and the way it collides with an older body. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to count down the 3 healthy carbs that secretly sabotage your blood sugar. These are foods most people trust, but for someone over 60, they can quietly raise your A1C month after month. We'll go from the least harmful to the most surprising culprit. And number 1 is something that's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. But don't worry, I'll also give you safer, senior-friendly swaps you can make right away, so you can start watching your A1C drop in just a few weeks. Coming in at number 3, brown rice. Brown rice. Yes, the food that has been marketed for decades as the healthier rice. The whole grain, the fiber, the natural look. It all sounds good. But here's the hidden problem. Brown rice is still extremely high on the glycemic index, especially for older adults. A clinical trial from Harvard actually showed that eating just 1 serving of brown rice per day increased the risk of type 2 diabetes by 17% compared to people who ate almost none. That's because the starch in rice, even with the outer bran layer, breaks down quickly into glucose. And when your body's insulin response is weaker with age, that flood of glucose lingers in your bloodstream, damaging your nerves, your kidneys, and your eyes. I once worked with a man named Harold, 68 years old, who swapped his white rice for brown rice after his doctor warned him about diabetes. He thought he was being smart, but his A1C actually went up by 0.5 points over the next 3 months. He was devastated when he finally switched to cauliflower rice, which is almost no carbs, but still soaks up sauce beautifully. His numbers started to fall within weeks. Another senior favorite is shirataki rice, sometimes called miracle rice. It's made from konjac root, and it's almost pure fiber. It fills your plate, fills your stomach, but hardly moves your blood sugar at all. Just imagine enjoying a full stir-fry without that heavy glucose spike afterward. That's the difference. Now, at number 2, whole wheat bread. I know this one feels like a betrayal. The commercials, the doctors, even the dietitians always say, switch to whole wheat. It's better than white bread, and technically, it does have more fiber. But here's the catch. For seniors, whole wheat bread often raises blood sugar almost as fast as a candy bar. Why? Because of the way modern wheat is milled. That flour is ground so finely that it behaves in your body almost the same as white bread. In fact, a 2018 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that 2 slices of whole wheat bread raised participants' blood sugar higher than eating 2 tablespoons of table sugar. Let that sink in. And then there's the portion-sized problem. Bread is addictive. The soft texture, the comforting smell. You don't stop at 1 slice. You eat 2, 3, maybe a sandwich at lunch, and toast at breakfast. That's a glucose bomb you never see coming. For seniors especially, those repeated spikes are deadly because your cells are less sensitive to insulin. Over time, those spikes are what calcify arteries, damage nerve endings, and quietly raise your A1C. But here's the hopeful part. You don't have to give up bread completely. One of the best alternatives I've seen is sprouted grain bread, often labeled as Ezekiel bread. Because it's made from sprouted seeds, It digests more slowly, and many seniors notice they feel full longer and don't crash 2 hours later. Even better is to swap a slice of bread for a bed of greens or a low-carb wrap, made from eggs or almond flour. Imagine your favorite tuna salad, not on 2 slices of wheat bread, but rolled inside a crisp lettuce leaf with avocado. That switch alone can shave points off your A1C in under 30 days. And finally, at number 1, the most shocking, healthy carb that is quietly keeping seniors diabetic: oatmeal. Yes, oatmeal. For decades, it has been branded as the breakfast of heart health. Doctors recommend it, commercials praise it, and you probably have a container of it in your pantry right now. But here's the dirty secret. Most oatmeal, especially the quick-cooking kind that seniors tend to buy for convenience, is almost pure starch that digests rapidly into sugar. A 2020 Canadian study found that instant oatmeal spiked seniors' blood sugar even higher than white bread. The problem gets worse when you add the typical toppings: bananas, raisins, honey, thinking you're making it healthy. What you've really made is a glucose time bomb. And here's the emotional cost. Seniors eat their oatmeal faithfully, believing they're protecting their heart, yet their A1C stays high. They blame themselves, they feel guilty, when in reality, it's the food. Now, here's the hope. You don't have to give up warm, comforting breakfasts. A much safer alternative is chia seed pudding. Just soak chia seeds in unsweetened almond milk overnight. Stir in a little cinnamon and a handful of berries, and you'll have a creamy, fiber-rich bowl that actually lowers blood sugar. Chia slows digestion, flattens glucose spikes, and provides omega-3 South for brain and joint health. Many seniors tell me that after 2 weeks of switching their morning oatmeal for chia pudding, they not only saw their fasting blood sugar drop, but they finally had steady energy until lunch without that mid-morning crash. Evelyn, 72, told me she felt like her brain fog lifted within days. That's how powerful the right carb swap can be. So, let's recap. Brown rice, whole wheat bread, and oatmeal, 3 foods that wear the mask of health but secretly push your A1C higher every day. If you've been eating these, it's not your fault. You were told they were safe. But your body, especially after 60, needs a different approach. By making simple swaps, cauliflower rice, sprouted grain bread or lettuce wraps, chia pudding instead of oats, you can give your body the break it needs. Your blood sugar can stabilize, your A1C can finally fall, and your energy, your eyes, your kidneys, your nerves, they all get a chance to heal. Remember, your body is always trying to heal itself. It never stops fighting for you. All you have to do is remove the hidden enemies and give it the right tools. So which one of these swaps will you try first? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your plan. And if you want your next decade to feel better than the last, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Because together, we're building a healthier future, one meal at a time.